Hello everyone, welcome to the kitchen. Today we are going to cook together some chicken fajita, but not any chicken fajita. We're gonna make it very quick but healthy. Because if you're like me, you don't have much time to cook. Busy life, we all do. Full-time job. Here I'm homeschooling the kids. They're sitting during their mass, so I have like 20 minutes with their mass exercise to prepare lunch. So we're gonna make it quick prep. And to do this, I'm gonna use my Ninja Foodie, the slow cooker. You don't have to have a Ninja, you can have any slow cooker or even just do it on the stove. But what I like with the slow cooker is that I don't have to prep it for lunch right now. It's late morning. I can let it cook up to dinner if I want to. So that's some flexibility on the schedule. But what are we gonna need here to make this healthy dish? So first, chicken fajita, we're gonna need the chicken. So you get any chicken from the store. Me, I like to try to make it a bit healthy. So I have some pasture raised, air chilled chicken. It's probably a bit more expensive than the usual. I get the chicken thighs to lower the price. You don't need to have nice breasts here. I would say the thighs, if you want to lower the price, go for it. Then on the veggie side, I would get onions, garlic. Always have this in the fridge. I always do. I use garlic in everything I cook. So onion, garlic, the basics. We're gonna need some bell peppers. Here I have 2 green bell peppers, but if you wanna add some colors, the kids love colors, maybe alternate, 1 green, 1 red, 1 orange, yellow. Have fun with the bell peppers here. And of course, we're gonna need tomatoes. So we are far from the garden season, unfortunately, so these are not tomatoes from the garden. I'm using the Kirkland organic diced tomatoes, as healthy as it can get, not too many ingredients, organic. So these are pretty much all the ingredients, plus the spices, very important, of course. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, go for it. But here what I like, and saving me on quite a few dishes these days, are these nice little siete seasoning packs. I love them. So which one am I going to use today? I have the lemon pepper that I really like. I used it actually yesterday on shrimps, very nice. But here is chicken fajita, so we're going to use the chicken fajita seasoning here, which is going to pretty much flavor the whole meal. So let's get started. And once you get started here, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Very easy, quick. We're going to chop the onions first. I'm gonna use my Ninja on my side here to actually saute them. For the first 5-10 minutes, I'm gonna saute my veggies. So onions, garlic, and add the bell peppers. Then once this is sauteed, I'm gonna add the tomatoes and the chicken, and I'm gonna switch from saute to slow cook. So slow cook on the Ninja here, you have 2 options. You have the high heat or slow heat, depending on what time of day it is. So right now it's about 11 o'clock and I want to have this for lunch. I'm gonna use the high heat and let it cook for at least an hour so that it's ready lunchtime. If you're making it for dinner, you use the slow cook and you just let it cook the whole afternoon, and that is it. The longer you cook it, I would recommend, if it gets a bit dry, to add some chicken broth inside. You open it, you judge it. Last time I did it, it was just for lunch, so I didn't need a broth. But I think if you do it and let it cook, especially if you do it overnight, you know, you do it in the evening and you let it cook until the next day lunch, I would definitely add a broth, just a cup, just to be safe in there. You know, you don't want it to burn. So let me chop, show you what I do, and let's see the final product for lunch. And to start with, given we're doing sauté, I'm gonna add a bit of olive oil at the bottom before adding the onions there. on the red bell pepper in the fridge, so I added a bit of color. And we can add, of course, salt, pepper. I like the garlic powder as well here. Not too much of the salt and pepper, just because of the flavors coming from that pepper seasoning, which is pretty rich. Now is the time to add the chicken. So you put it like this at the bottom in the middle of your veggie mix. It's all going to cook together anyway, so put it all in there. I have probably 5 tights in there, so enough for 4 or 5 people. So yeah, let's put it all together, and then the final touch is going to be the spices. So this is when I changed the Ninja settings from the sauteed to the slow cook, and here I chose the high temperature for the slow cooking. Almost ready. Look at that. Looks good, doesn't it? So last part here. Put a little tortilla on the plate, and I'm gonna put the chicken mix on the top for the kids. Not too much veggies, but for me, plenty. So let me lower you and show you the final plate here with a bit of cilantro on the top, also just for me here, not the kids. Oops, it's hot. The Ninja is hot. So this one here. So I'm putting smaller pieces for the kids. For me, it's gonna be a big one with a lot of sauce and a lot of veggies. Oh yes. And now the final touch right there. Just a bit of cilantro at the top, and this is it, served. Bon appetit. So girls, tell me, how is it? Well, you're too busy eating.
I'm not the biggest biggest fan of a burrito.
A burrito. You don't have to eat it as a burrito. It's supposed to be chicken fajita.
Mm.
And if you slide your plate a bit closer, it will not fall on the mat. But yes. What about Sophie?
It's really good. I like the tortilla and the chicken and the juice.
Oh, so you
And
like
the
everything.
sauce.
Tortilla, chicken, juice, everything.
Yeah.
Good. Do you want a second?
Yes, please.
Woohoo! Victory here. Angelia, are you going to want second?
I want a second. I want a second of the tortilla.
The tortilla without the chicken?
Without the veggies.
Without the veggies. All right, that's pretty good. Well, success with the kids. Amazing. Here's a sample of the spices I mentioned and I keep always in the pantry. I like the lemon pepper, but the one I used here is the fajita seasoning, chicken fajita. 7, non-MGO. I like to look at the ingredients, and from what I see in the ingredients list here, there's nothing bad. I mean, sea salt, garlic, ground dates, onions, black peppers, paprika, cumin. I mean, it's looking pretty good here. Not sponsored by Siete, just giving you my recommendation. I do like these little mixes. This one I actually did exactly what it shows here with shrimps this weekend, and it was really good. So they all have their own little, that one has turmeric, a bit of variation in the spices mix, but yeah, this one for the mix we did, the girls loved it. So recommend.